friend, welcome. If we haven't met yet, I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller. That means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, I list them on eBay and Poshmark and sell them for a profit. Today is Tuesday, November 19th. I have 7 items that sold in the last 24-ish hours. My gross sales amount is $189.74. One is really good. We're gonna start with that. This is a sweater. It is heavy and long and it zips up, and believe it or not, this is a men's sweater. Yeah. This is called 1 in a Million, and I just was looking at the brand. Sweaters like this on their website are $110 to $150. I found this in the bins. It's in good condition. It's not like perfect, brand new or anything, but it's really good. I listed it for $100 because there wasn't much as far as comps. Now, when I did the comps today, it said the average sale price was $52.67 with a 28% sell-through rate. I did not prepare a box for this. That was not a wise choice. Okay. And the sell-through rate was 28%, which is, you know, it's okay. Not great. I don't know if it's going to fit in this box. All right. I'm going to try. I had it listed for $100. On Poshmark, somebody sent me an offer for $55. Obviously, that is much closer to the average sale price. I honestly didn't even look it up. I just accepted because I remember listing it going, I don't know. So sometimes in things like that where I don't think this particular pattern was listed, and it was one of those, like this pattern isn't on the website now. So, you know, if it's a really sought after pattern, and I don't really even know if this brand is particularly sought after or anything. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it with the 28% sell-through rate. Yeah. Okay. So I am going to put this in a number 7 box, but I'm going to have to put it together because I didn't think about that. I'm going to do that afterwards so you don't have to watch me make a box and I have to come up with things to talk about. That just seems, I don't know. Sorry. Let's see. I bought it at the bins. My average cost of goods for most items is $2 at the bins, the Goodwill outlet where you pay by the pound, but I usually accommodate for smaller items and larger items. So I said that costs $3, which is probably more accurate. So that makes my profit $41 on that sweater. It did take 5 months to sell, but with the 28% sell-through rate, I'm not surprised. All right, okay. I listen to one of the YouTubers that I follow, and I don't watch all of her videos, but I do watch all her what sold videos, is Kaylee Elaine. If you watch much reselling, you probably have heard of her. She has a bigger channel. But this has like a crushed velvet, a Y2K cami style. This is one of the things she says to buy, and she gets like $25 to $35 for a little tank top like that. I did not. I don't know. Anyway, I ended up buying it at the bins. Average cost was $2. When I looked up crushed velvet cami Y2K, that's what I searched on the product research tool on eBay. The average sale price is $13.20 with an 8% sell-through rate. So I had it listed, actually, I think I had it listed at like 25, going off of the Kaylee Elaine's info, because I think sometimes, I don't know, I think sometimes that works, but It was in my half off sale because it's a tank top. And someone then offered me even less. I think I had it listed for $25, and so that with half off, it was listed around $12.50. And then someone offered me $8, and I was like, that was like the first thing that sold yesterday. So it was one of those, like, just trying to get sales moving. But it was kind of frustrating. Like, it's already listed for 50% off, but that's okay. I bought it again at the bins 3 months ago, so that makes my profit $5.31. It did sell on eBay. Okay. This is kind of the same thing happened, and I don't understand why this one didn't sell. And I have another one that's the same brand, and it also hasn't sold. So I don't know what the deal is here, but I'll show you. So this is a jacket. It's really cool. Isn't that kind of fun? Like, this is like a ribbon embroidery on there. It's very cool. The other one that I have is like rainbow colored. This brand is Dammy Incorporated. It's just rayon and polyester, but it's a pretty soft little kind of cardigan jacket. The average sale price is $33.04 with a 32% sell-through rate. Generally with a 32% sell-through rate, I mean, that's decent. It's not terrible. I mean, not great, but I try to find things in like the 25 or higher. Obviously that doesn't always happen, but I don't know why this this took 16 months to sell. It was, again, I had priced it around that $30 mark. I think I had actually started it higher, but had gotten kind of low. And so then it was listed around 15. Someone offered me 12. And I took it because I've had this for 16 months and I really just don't want to hold on to things. And the same thing with the other one. It's listed around $30, I think. I should double check that. But anyway, it sold on Poshmark for, I'm sorry, not Poshmark. It sold on eBay for $12 plus shipping. I paid a total of $23.20. Had it for 16 months. I said I did buy it for $4. Which I realize sounds very low to some people, but $4 is a little on the high side for me. My average cost of goods is around $2.50. But with a $30 average sale price and a sell-through rate in the 30s, I would spend $4. So I bought it in Indianapolis. I don't think my notes said what store I bought it at. Anyway, my profit is $9.10. I did make some money on the shipping. So it's not ever my goal, but it happens occasionally. I am wrapping everything in tissue paper, putting a little thank you sticker, and then these are the eBay poly mailers. I get those with the eBay store coupon. You get a shipping supply coupon in your store if you have an eBay store that is above like the $5.99 one, I think. All right, this is a little t-shirt. It's just a t-shirt. It's Chico's Zenergy, and it has a little sequin penguin on it. Pretty cute. Fun for winter. Average sale price was $8.50 with a 22% sell-through rate. Mine sold for $8. I had it listed at like 12, and then somebody offered me 8. The other one had sold for $8.99. So maybe I could have held out for that 99 cents, but I'm not gonna do that. They paid a total of $18.30. $14.30. I don't know what I'm seeing. I bought this 7 months ago at a local thrift store for $1.86. It must have been an average cost of goods. And my profit is $5.89. Chico's is a brand I buy too much just was inputting all my stuff from, I went to the bins last week and I found a pair of Chico's pants, and as I was pulling them out to like put them in my inventory system, I was like, why did I buy these? I buy it, but I just don't ever sell it. This isn't water, but this is your reminder to drink some water. Hydrate. I'm drinking chai because my daughter made some last night and stuck it in the fridge. And I stole it from her. It's okay. I bought it, so it's not really stealing it from her. She just took the time and effort to make it. All right, this is a sweater. I don't know. Another sweater. It's kind of a sweater day. There were 3 out of the 7 are sweaters. So this actually sold on Depop. If you don't know, I've been listing on Depop since August. I don't have many items on Depop, maybe 150, 200 items. I'm not really sure. Mostly vintage sweaters, Y2K stuff, fairycore, gorpcore, grunge, cottagecore. Those are the things I put on Depop. I intend to put everything on Depop. I just am doing it slowly. And so I'm starting with those things. However, I'm going to have to look at my numbers at the end of December and see if it's actually worth my time and effort to cross list on to Depop. I think that, you know, I use Vendu to cross list, which does make the process shorter. However, it does still take time. I don't know. I have this one shirt that has 44 likes on it. I've had, I think 6 offers sent to me on this shirt that I've accepted on Depop. And it's just, I keep sending offers, keep accepting offers, and it won't actually sell. I don't think I have it listed wrong because the offers that I'm sending are the same amount of money. Like I have it listed for $25 and then I send 20% off. So, but the offers that I'm receiving are $20. So I'm like, I don't know. But my whole point of that is I don't know what I'm doing on Depop. I have no clue. I don't know the right thing to do. Anyway, this is a sweater from LL Bean, which is really high quality. I do think this is vintage. It is made of lamb's wool. Oh, it just says merino lamb's wool. I thought those were 2 different things. Anyway, it has like these shoulder pads and elbow patches. I think it's a little bit shrunk. I did do all the measurements, which I do all the measurements in almost all of my listings. So hopefully it'll be right. I have no idea what like the return policy is on Depop. Ooh, did that shake? I don't know if that did or not. Anyway, the average sale price for a merino lamb's wool LL Bean sweater, and then I added shoulder because of those things. The average sale price is $38.97 with an 11% sell-through rate. I tell you what, sometimes I get really frustrated with the items that have a high average sell price and a low sell-through rate. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Anyway, in general, what I do with that is I list on the lower side of the comps and then take an even lower offer, which is exactly what I did with this. So I think I had it listed at $30 based on the fact of, I'm pretty sure it's shrunk. So not in perfect condition, so I'm gonna list it a little lower. And then somebody offered me $20 and I took that. So they paid $20 plus $9 in shipping. I paid $7.78 in shipping, so pretty close to right on. You know, $1, what, 22 off? That's not bad. And the fee was $1.41. So my profit is, oh, and I bought this at the bins for $2 was my average. So $17.81 is my profit. I only had that listed for 5 days. So maybe because I had it listed so low is why it sold so fast. I'm not really sure. All right, here is another sweater. And actually, I think I'm gonna take a minute and sweater shave this. I'm gonna talk about that for a second. This is a vintage sweater. It is crew neck. It is made in, it doesn't say where it's made. What? Oh no, it's made in China. Isn't it crazy? Like, it used to be, even just 3 years ago, if things were made in China, they were not vintage. But I had this tag is vintage. So anyway, Kingsport, it's acrylic, made in China. I don't know. Anyway, it does have a crew neck. It does have, I used Fair Isle because it kind of has that Fair Isle. But when I looked up Fair Isle, like added that to the search, and then I looked at the things that had sold, they were not very Fair Isle. So I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with that. So I looked up vintage sweater Fair Isle, and the average sale price was $34.45 with a 16% sell-through rate. This I've had for a year. So it did list, I did list it in 2023, and so it ended up in my clearance sale. So it was $14.96. They paid $26.82 with shipping. I paid 79 cents for it at my new favorite thrift store. And that makes my profit $14.28, which I am pleased with. Actually, other than those, like, couple $8, most of these are pretty good on the profit. All right, last thing, which I'm also going to package up separately. Not doing so great with the packaging today. This is homeschool curriculum. If you don't know, I'm a homeschool mom. I get homeschool curriculum. Sometimes it's stuff that we don't use anymore. Sometimes people give me stuff and say, do what you want with the rest, which is nice. That's happened quite a few times. I have come across it at thrift stores and garage sales. And in my experience, most of it sells well. I would say make sure you look it up because there are some things that there's just a ton of it in there. But this is a math book for kindergartners. And this was actually my son's. He did like 4 pages in it, kind of randomly. This did have, I said 10% of the pages are drawn on, but I think it's probably a little less than that. I tried to make it sound worse than it is. Does that make sense? Under promise, over deliver, something like that. Anyway, that's my goal. Anyway, I had this listed for $20. It sold for $15.97. Mine was the only one that has sold in the kindergarten level, and it had a 4% sell-through rate. So I don't know. I'm glad it sold. Maybe I might have had mine listed like the lowest one listed. Does that make sense? So like if all the other new ones were listed for 25, 30, whatever, I listed mine lower. They paid $26.87 with shipping. I forgot, is this gonna fit in there? Yeah. To add media mail to the shipping for this. So it is going Ground Advantage, which didn't cost me anymore, but I think when they do media mail, it is not the, you don't get the percentage off. You don't get the, when you do calculated shipping, they charge the buyer what it costs to ship from my house to their house based on the weight of the item and the dimensions of the package. But they give me a discount. So say they charge the buyer $9. I'm gonna use my Depop numbers. And then they give me, or let me do it better. Say they charge the buyer $10. They say it's gonna cost $10 to ship. They give me a 20% off. They give me 20% off of that. So then it only cost me $8. So I get to keep those $2 extra. Does that make sense? Okay. With media mail, if they say it's going to cost $6, then that's what it costs. And that's what they charge me. So I don't get that discount with media mail. At least I haven't in the past. Maybe that might be different for other people. I have zero cost of goods because it was mine, but technically I paid full price for it because it was mine, or my son's rather. And let's see, $15.82 ends up being my profit. Again, because I did make some money on that shipping. Okay, my profit for the day was $109.21, mostly because of that 1 in a million sweater, which is great. I'm happy. Things are looking up a little bit. All right. So here's the question of the day. Would you rather? I kind of like those. Those are kind of funny. Would you rather have free plane tickets for life or free accommodations for life? So when you're traveling. For me, I would rather have free plane tickets because I feel like I can find reasonable accommodations, if not free, with, staying with friends or relatives. So I'd much rather have free plane tickets, and then I could go wherever I wanted, and I would pack a tent and tent camp somewhere. So I would much rather have free plane tickets. But what about you? Would you rather have free plane tickets or free accommodations for the rest of your life? To be clear, I'm not giving this away. It's just a question. All right, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me. I love being able to share what I sold in my kind of chaotic, rambly, losing my train of thought way. I love sharing that with you. So make sure you like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't already. I do these rambly ship with me videos almost every day to chronicle what a part-time reseller actually sells. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. I realized I said I was going to talk about the sweater shaver. Somebody just asked me in the last video or two about a sweater shaver, and I have like a cheap one that that's not even a word. I have a cheap one from Amazon. It works fine. I don't know. It's not life-changing. So I actually have two of them. The exact same one. I don't know why, but it does kind of help so I can have one plugged in while the other one is, being used. But there's nothing real exciting about it. If you have a sweater shaver that you love, make sure you tell us in the comments, because I think everybody needs a really good sweater shaver. All right.